So, as you know, I booked a week off work, and in that week I was going to go camping on my C90. A little bit of prep had to be done. A front mud guard would be nice, just in case I ran through a puddle. It'd be nice not for the water to come and splash me in the face. Some sort of front rack would also be handy to put tools on the front. And yeah, stuff like that. So the plan was to ride up north towards Yorkshire, and well, as luck would have it, as the dice picked for me, there was a Honda C90 rally happening up north in Derby. So I was very fortunate that I managed to get that dice roll. Of course, it was the BMW. I'd be going to a ABR rally or something instead. But still. So somehow I've got to get this all on the bike. One of those days where I just woke up early and just, well, not that early, but you know, just thought I'd go. So yeah, this is the bike that I'm using. Bear in mind I got my BMW just nicely at home. Yeah, look at this. The Honda C90. Got some tools at the front. Roll bag with all my tent and everything in there. I put my other jacket in here and some other little bits and a little bit of fuel, which I almost had to use because I went to a petrol station on the red bar and it was right down here, so right on the E, and that petrol station was under refurbishment, so that could have been an interesting start. I've had to use my emergency fuel already. So yeah, I'm about maybe 40 miles from Oxford. So not going too badly today. And then yeah, go to Oxford for a bit maybe, have a look around, and then head to, well, find somewhere to camp for the night. This bike's actually been doing alright, it's not actually been it's actually been quite comfortable as well. So anyway, back on the road I go. Due to the constant vibration on the handlebars, this nut has come undone. Actually, I'm going to have to get my screwdriver out and tighten that up. A little bit on the warm side that day, and with the C90 it doesn't move particularly fast to get a high airflow, shall we say. Well, I've got a campsite for tonight. Now, after having such a busy week at work, it was quite a nice thing just to make camp and just have a nice sleep outside the tent in the afternoon. The next morning I realised I didn't bring any motorbike chain lube with me. Oh, I have to buy some more chain lube because I forgot to bring it with me. Chain lube, chain lube, chain lube. Moto travel kit. It's Coventry, if anyone's wondering. I stopped there for a quick coffee before going another 90 miles to my endpoint. It's quite warm. Just got to Matlock. So yeah, we were sharing a campsite with these BSAs or Gold Star, really old, expensive 20 grand bikes. Oh, my number plate's falling off. Now, it just wasn't Honda C90s. There was the trailie versions, there was a couple of monkey bikes. Majority was definitely C90s, but you had the smaller CC Honda bikes that could go around that speed. And a few imposters. That is not Honda. Oh, look at this. One of those C90s. Cool, look at that engine. That's probably more powerful than my one. 85 cc's. Oh, that's another C90. Look at that C90. Bit tatty, but it still starts first kick. And some people over there as well. Really shiny bikes they got. We got all the cheap rubbish. I'd say rubbish. I'd say different bikes. As the day went on, more and more arrived. Now, I wasn't the furthest to come, but the people who came further did van it down. I think I came furthest actually riding my C90 though.
A G-Craft auxiliary tank on it as well. Thinking of taking it off and putting it
How old are they? 40 years old at least?
Oh, crikey, yes, we're looking at between 1950 and 1960.
Yeah. And of course, on the morning of the ride, even more people showed up. Not all on C90s, but as you can see, the majority was Honda 90s.
Cut out, you. I'm going in. Oh, slippery there. It is slippery, isn't it? If you walk straight through here, you're alright. It's a bit slippery.
Nice one! Seems to be holding on. Need to tighten that up when we stop for lunch. But other than that, it's been alright.
happy. My poor bike. Oh! That didn't sound healthy. My tail light.
Off-roading's had its toll. His headlight's not coming to be attached anymore. So everything was going quite well. We used the drop-off system, but the only problem is if someone breaks down, then you end up staying on that corner for a very long time. So this C90 broke down, but it's the owner's fault because he went through a deep puddle and it's not a Honda engine, it's a Chinese copy. We very proudly interrupt your weekend game of golf with C90s. Since that rocky lane, my exhaust started to blow a little and got a bit louder and louder as they went on. And well, after a very long day's ride, we finally got back to the campsite around 5:30.
Now we're going to
And me and the other guys, some of the younger lot, we decided to go to the local Sainsbury's, get a load of meat, baps, disposable barbecue, and beer, and ice. It was a really good end to the day. We had the barbecue. I had bought way too much beer. I had stuck it in my roll bag and it was all nice and cold, but we weren't going to drink it all. So I took all the beer that was left and lined it up outside some neighbouring tents, other fellow C90 riders. Now most of them had all gone out for a meal at some pizza place around the corner. When they all came back, there was about 10 of them, because it was so late in the day, they couldn't go anywhere and buy any beer. Luckily, we had lined up a load of cold beers outside their tents. It was like a miracle for them. And so on the Sunday morning, the BSAs went out, the Honda C90s all left. I would have loved to join them, but I really had to fix my lights. All the rear lights were not working. They've all gone. They've left me. Nah, it's okay. I just need to fix this bike. So I need to spend the day or the morning just fixing this bike. I've fixed most of it. It's all back together now, pretty much. I think I forgot to put that on, so I need to undo something to put that back on. I'm just sorting the rack out, and I'll put it all back on, hopefully, and hopefully it will hold. It's only because that off-roading section, it just all got kind of messed up a bit, but yeah, it's getting back together. So yeah, bike's all fixed up. Hopefully it's okay. Hopefully the brake lights are working. Tightened up the chain. The exhaust is back on. Let's not go any off-roading again for a while. I think it's okay now. Right. Maybe I'll go find a coffee. I think it's time for a coffee. Now, I've been a few places, and this is one of my favouriteest biker cafes ever. I had some lunch and just watched people go near my bike, and they just looked at it in, what is this? And that was really the end of the holiday part, well, the biking holiday part. I was now in the north, and I decided to go visit some friends who I know who live up there, stay with them a couple of nights, and then head home in one day from Yorkshire to home. It normally takes me 6 hours. It took me 11 on the C90 because I wasn't using motorway and I wanted to go around London. But it got me home. And that's it. That's the end of this video. Thank you very much for watching all the way to the end. If you did, if you'd like to drop it a like, leave a comment, whatever. And I'll catch you in the next video. No, I will not be doing a C90 trip video. A C90 trip, C90. My brain is broken.